What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to go over the Cryptids of Wisconsin. So like I always like to say guys, I don't own the rights to any of these articles, I just use them to push along information. The link to this article will be in the description down below. Please go over there and show them some love. The first cryptid we're going over is the Beast of Bray Road in Elkhorn, Bray Road. This is one of the two most well-known creatures on our list. The elusive aberration is said to roam the area of Bray Road, located just outside the town of Elkhorn. This werewolf cryptid has had several sightings in the 1990s, with local newspapers reporting on the topic, even eventually gaining some national news attention as the most popular werewolf sighting in the US. Many are skeptical of its existence, and others say that it has been confused as other folklore monsters such as Wisconsin Bigfoot or a Wendigo. If you are interested yourself, then maybe you'll have to take a trip over to Bray Road at night to see for yourself. Yeah, the Beast of Bray Road is so popular in like cryptid lore, and the fact that it's a werewolf is kind of weird. Werewolves aren't all that common, but they're also not all that uncommon. It just kind of depends on what you look at as a werewolf. Now, I've always thought that this was probably just a misidentification of just an exceptionally large wolf or a group of coyotes or even just people playing pranks. And I think even like the one video that came out about it was completely fabricated. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Have you seen the Beast of Bray Road? And if you have, please let me know. Lake Winnebago Water Monster. Ever take a good look at a sturgeon before? They are some massive prehistoric fish that can be very intimidating up close and in person. This combination of its size and roots make for some creative folklore, such as inspiration for the Lake Winnebago water monster. Some say it's a sea serpent, others say it is a colossal sturgeon. If there's one thing we do know, it's that there is a lot of mystery shrouded in the beast. Many fishermen continue to track the creature in hopes of catching it one day and proving its existence. Hey, you know what? I'm all for giant sturgeon. I hope they never catch it, but if they do, I hope they let it go. It would be awesome to see some of the big giant ones out there again and alive. And I hate the fact that we fished all of those out. Like, I know you still get some big ones, but like we used to be pulling in 12-footers just like that, like consistently. So if this is a giant sturgeon, I hope it's just still in the lake. Number 3, thunderbirds. Thunderbirds have been described as massive avian raptors by the Menominee tribe. Sorry for the mispronunciation of that. I did my best, but I probably got that wrong. The native story tells of a great mountain that floats in the western sky where thunderbirds gather. These giant birds are also one of the more applauded monsters on this list according to their legends, which tell how the birds were the enemies of the great horned snakes. They would prevent the snakes from overrunning the earth and devouring mankind. According to Menominee folklore, strong evidence shows these creatures no longer exist, but fossil records say massive birds were likely residing in North America during the early periods of human history. Yeah, and that's all thunderbirds were. That's what I love about thunderbirds. Okay, like one, the flying lizards that we see, the giant birds and all that stuff, that's all fine and it's fun and it'd be awesome if they were still around, but these birds did exist at one point in time. There were giant eagles that lived in South America and probably some into North America. I mean, they could fly. There's no reason why they couldn't have gotten here. And part of me thinks that maybe some of them were around longer than we thought they were. And that's what's kind of created this myth of these thunderbirds. Or just, you know, they might still be around, just nesting where we can't find them. Like thunderbirds are the one cryptids, and there's quite a few cryptids where I think they could legitimately be real, but thunderbirds are the ones that I would just love to just find a flock of giant birds somewhere that we just don't hardly ever go. So let me know, do you guys think the thunderbirds are actually still out there? Devil's Lake Monster. You don't earn the name Devil's Lake for no reason. Originally, the lake was referred to as Medewakin, or Bad Spirit Lake, by the local Nakota Sioux, for its deep, cold, and salt-infested waters. Native Americans would send out scouts and warriors onto the lake for hunting trips, only to hear screams with other tribesmen telling how they saw the hunters dragged underneath into the brackish waters by octopus-like tentacles. Other sightings by the Nakota reported huge Loch Ness-like fish monster in the lake as well. Festivals quickly became an annual tradition to appease these giant monsters and continue to be held to this day. So here's the fun one about this one. It is a brackish lake, okay? So here's the thing. There is no freshwater octopuses. They're we have not found any of those yet. So a giant octopus living in freshwater is completely out of the question. Now, a giant octopus living in a brackish lake would actually give some credence to it. However, Wisconsin isn't exactly connected to the ocean. Now, it is near large bodies of water, but they were formed by glaciers, so there's no real way an octopus could have gotten there. Now, a large fish that has adapted to brackish water, that's kind of a whole other story. Like, that could very well have been a thing. It could also have just been they would go out on this lake and fall in and just something else would happen. So, I don't really know what it could be, but let me know in the comments down below what you guys think that it might have been. The hodag. Perhaps one of the most unique and famous beasts on this list is the Rhinelander? The Rhinelander hodag. This creature is so famous among northern Wisconsinites that it even has its own monument and the Country Music Festival. It was first reported in 1893 to have had the head of a frog, the grinning face of a giant elephant, thick, short legs set off by huge claws, the back of a dinosaur, and a long tail with spears at the end. Sadly, the creature was soon to be revealed as a hoax by the man who claimed to discover it, but the legend of the hodag still carries on to this day. That's a fun one, when it's just straight up said to have been a hoax. I mean, it kind of sucks, because lore is fun, but in the end, it is what it is. That one wasn't real. But hey, it's created this awesome thing for all the people that live there. And really, that's all these things could ever do, is just bring people together in some really fun way. And finally, Rocky of Rock Lake. Moving just east of Madison lies the community of Lake Mills and Rock Lake. The curious thing about Rock Lake is that if you dive down in certain parts of the lake, you can find small pyramid-like structures. These mounds were believed to have been created by the Aztlan natives when the lake water levels were much lower. Amongst these ruins and the vegetation, one can supposedly discover Rocky, a large serpentine reptile. Rocky is said to dwell amongst the deeper sections of the lake and reappear near the surface occasionally. Many reports occurred during the late 1800s of the fishermen who would have violent encounters with the beast. These locals would encounter Rocky by their boats and along the shore, where they would be traumatized once sightings the incognito beast hissing at them. Okay, sorry. For some reason it was hard for me to get through that last bit. So, here's the thing. I think they, oddly enough, it almost sounds like they were encountering a seal. And that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, it could have been a big turtle, too. I mean, that's just my best assumptions here. Like, I don't know. It's kind of what I got. I mean, a large reptile. They could have been seeing snakes. They could have seen a snake come up. I don't know. That one's kind of a strange one. But, hey, what do you guys think in the comments down below? Do you think it was anything that I listed? Or have you guys seen it and would like to let me know what you guys think it is? All that being said, though, guys, those were the Cryptids of Wisconsin, and honestly, we are very close to the end, and in the end, once we're through all the states, I'm going to do just one big summary video. And I hope you guys stick around to see that. But hey, while you're dropping those comments down below, please remember to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so you never miss another video from me. And I will see you guys next Saturday for Cryptid Saturdays.